Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Musu. What you see in this glass here is mango juice. And today's recipe is going to show you how I made this mango juice. Mango is a very popular fruit in tropical countries. Most often you will find that people eat the mangoes but don't get to make the juice. So I'm going to show you how you can eat your mango and also drink the juice of the mango. So stay tuned. When we come back, I will show you exactly what I did to give you a glass of beautiful, delicious mango juice. Started making our mango juice. The first thing we're going to do is wash our mango, which I've already done. I have a little bit of water here that I'm going to use in my small processor to help work the blades and hasten the puree process. I have honey that I'm going to add to my recipe. You don't have to use honey. And I have the lemon juice that's also going to be added to the recipe. And I have a 2-cup mason jar that I'm using. I believe the one mango recipe fits perfectly in this jar, so that's why I'm using that jar. And I have a pot here with water in it that we're going to use later. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is to peel your mango. You peel your mango. And I believe I told you in one of my recipes before that I don't discard or trash my mango peels. There's something else I do with that, and that's a recipe for another day. But yeah, I don't trash my mango peels. As with some other fruits that I also use in recipes, like the orange, I don't trash the orange peel, because I definitely use it for some other thing. And like I said, I have tons of recipes, and maybe one of these days I'll do a video that shows you how I use my orange peel, mango peel, or some other fruit or vegetable peel in my recipes. You never know what these things can do, you know. Not until you begin to work with them, and then you begin to understand how magical they are. So yeah, it's a lot of things you can do. And then after you peel your mango, you're going to slice the mango off the stone. The stone is what we call a mango seed. You're going to slice everything off the stone. I don't leave anything on there. You know, when I work with my fruits, nothing remains. I mean, I use it down to the core. You're going to peel everything up off the stone. And if you live in a tropical country, you know that mangoes are very, very popular. Very, very popular. I mean, growing up in Liberia, oh my goodness. We ate mangoes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As long as it was ripe in that tree, even if they weren't ripe, we were jumping all over the place. I mean, climbing trees to to pull the mangoes off the tree, you know, to eat. It was a snack. You come home from school and food is not ready yet. Guess what? You're jumping into that mango tree to grab those mangoes and begin to eat them. And they're very delicious, very nutritious too. But what we're going to do here today is what we didn't do when I was growing up. Maybe others did it, but I never saw it, which is to make the juice of the mango. What we did was eat the fruit. Sometimes we would make mango jelly, mango jam. But honestly, I never saw the mango juice while growing up, except in a box that was imported while I was growing up in Liberia. So when I decided to make some juice, I said, you know what? Let me see what I can do with the mango. I'm sure there's a way we can do something with the mango that doesn't have to be in a box that's imported. So if you're watching from Liberia, this could be another very helpful recipe for you to try. and learn how to make the mango juice. 1 minute, let me wash my hands. Not only Liberia, but any part of Africa or any other tropical country that you live, if you live in a tropical region, you definitely know that mangoes are very delicious and plentiful in those countries. So you can go ahead and just try to make your own recipe using what I'm doing here. So next thing I'm going to do is, after we cut the mangoes off the stone, I'm going to put the mangoes in this processor. Yes, this processor takes about 1 mango, as you can see. And then I'm going to add, and let me just tell you, I'm eyeballing everything. So there's no measurement like measure this amount of water. No, I'm going to pour it in there until I feel like it's just enough, because you don't want the blades to make that squeaky sound, you know. Then we're going to puree this. Yep. Fully puree. Sorry about the noise. Beautiful. That took me just about a minute or less. See, you have it beautifully pureed. So what I'm going to do now is grab my jar, which I've already prepped, meaning I've cleaned it up nicely, and I am going to pour this into the jar. So I'm going to pour the puree mango into my mason jar. You can use any other jar that you have. It doesn't have to be mason jar. I just happen to have mason jars, so I go ahead and use them. So to clean this up. You don't want to leave anything in there. See, it didn't even come to the top, but that's fine as long as your jar can hold your 1 mango. That would be fine. So maybe a 1.5 cup jar, you know, can hold the recipe that we're doing. But that's fine. You don't have to worry as long as the jar is not too large. This is just perfect. So after that, what I'm going to do is, and now this step is optional. It's up to you whether you want to add honey or not. I just like to add honey because of what's going to happen next. And I'm going to add just about 1 teaspoon of honey, and I'm going to stir that in there. One teaspoon honey. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put, you know, for good measure, just a little bit more. Yeah, that's me. Anyway, yeah. And we're going to cover this up. And just do this. I forgot one more thing. See, that's what happens when you're so excited about something. The lemon juice. Now, this is my homemade lemon juice. And as I promised before, I'm going to show you how I make my homemade lemon juice. Not in today's recipe or today's video, but one of these days I'm going to show you how I get a lot out of a few lemons to make my lemon juice. So I'm just going to eyeball this and put this into this. And I just stir the top a little bit. Okay. And after we add the lemon juice, I'm going to close this up. And then I'm going to set this jar into this pot of water. When we come back, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this next and how we're going to just finish up the process of making this delicious mango juice. Stay with me. So the next step I'm going to show you is very, very important. We're going to put this pot with the jar in it on the stove. We're going to keep it covered. Doesn't matter, you can keep it uncovered, but I like to keep it covered. And we're going to bring this pot of water to a boil, which means you're going to make it start to boil. Once it comes to a boil, you're going to allow it to boil rapidly. I mean, like boiling rapidly for another 5 minutes. 5 minutes of rapid boiling. Very important. After that is done, you take the pot off the stove and you take the jar out and allow the jar to cool completely. Once the jar gets cool, we'll take it to the next step. So I'll be back to show you after the boiling process is done, and then we'll show you what comes next. So folks, there you have it. The jar is out of the pot and I have it cooling here. It's not fully cooled yet. But for the sake of time, I'm going to show you the next step and how you can produce your juice. What we have in this jar is called the puree. This is the mango puree. So I already have some of mine that I had in the fridge. As you can see, it's almost way down there. And I have a glass of water here, and I have a spoon. So I'm just going to show you what I do to make my mango juice. So I'm just going to take, like again, I'm eyeballing. It depends on how sweet or how, thick you want your juice. I have a half glass full of water here. So I'm just going to take a few teaspoons and drop it of the puree and drop it. This is 2. I'm just going to go with 3 teaspoons full. And I'm going to stir this. See what's happening there? See what's happening? We have juice, y'all. We have juice. There you have it. We have mango juice. Now, this is very delicious. And as I said, the honey I put in there is optional. I like honey. So some of my recipes, I use honey in most of my recipes where I make juices. Just to, spike the sweetness a little bit. Since water is involved in most of the recipes. So there you have it. This is mango juice, pure mango juice. And if you want to keep your puree in the refrigerator, you can actually go ahead and just keep it like I do in my refrigerator. I keep it for about, if it's refrigerated and you're using a clean spoon, I would say maybe 2 weeks. But I'm telling you, you're not going to keep this for a long time because it's very delicious. And you can also mix the entire jar in water and put it in a larger bottle and keep it in your fridge to serve to your family. So either way you do it, you still have mango juice. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button. So every time I have something new out here, you get to know it immediately. So cheers and enjoy your mango juice.